Hello! So if you were on last night's team call, you know we were going over Instagram stories and had a little technical difficulties, so I couldn't screen share my phone and show everything I wanted to show. So we're going to try it again today, and hopefully it works this time. So let's get this on. Screen share. iPhone. Let's see if it works. Okay, it's working, and now let's just hope that it's not gonna freeze and all that stuff that it did last night. But I'm right next to my Wi-Fi router, so we should be good. All right, so Instagram. Okay. Oh, look, Cindy's up at the top, being an Instagram story boss. All right. So let's see. The first thing. So the top left. Up at the top left-hand corner, there's a little camera, and you can go there to start an Instagram story, or you can just hit the middle of your screen and swipe right, and that will also bring the camera up. Sorry, you're looking at my nose. All right, so that's one way to do it. And now if you look on the bottom where I'm kind of scrolling, you can see all the different formats we talked about. So you got live, normal, which is just a picture, boomerang, which is that short, I think it's like a 10-second loop, maybe shorter than that, I'm not sure. Rewind, basically just rewinds your video. I never use it really, so. And then also hands-free. Quick tip about hands-free: if you are like many of us and record your workout sometimes, you can either just click the hands-free button, or you can hold it down and it'll do this. 3, 2, 1. But I don't really want to do that. All right, so tip. All right, so now down at, oh my God, yeah, I didn't post that picture yet. So down at the bottom left-hand corner, that's how you can go into your pictures and videos from like the last 24 hours and whatnot. The one that you see down there now is from when I was using my new charcoal powder for my teeth. And so I took a picture because it looked really gross and sent it to my husband because, hey, that's how I roll. I was like, this is hot, right? Right next to that, you have the flash option, the little lightning bolt. The little circular arrows, that's to flip the camera around. And then all the way to the right, the little smiley with like the little stars are the face filters. So here's the one Vicki likes. All the little sparkles. Then we got these. We got some hearts. Sleepy one. Not as many as Snapchat, but good enough. People want to see our real faces anyway. This one, all the way at the end, is kind of nice. I like to do it in the morning sometimes, or like I don't have makeup on especially. Just brightens your face. Clears it up a little bit. Doesn't do anything that great, but makes you look a little more presentable. So those are the face filters. Now, if you just hit your screen and you swipe to the right, nope, not to the right. You have to take a picture first. All right, so look at my hair. My hair is crazy right now. I don't even know. All right, so you take a picture. Apparently there's a bubble in my mouth. It's lovely. And then you swipe to the right, and it'll do all the different filters. So that's fun. What else can we do? Oh, so something else I talked about, here, let me take another picture, is like a solid background if you wanted to do that. So you go up to the top right, in the middle, there's a little pen. Click it. This first one at the top here, all the way to the left, is more of like a really solid, like if you want to just solid background. The one to the right with the slanted, that one is going to be a little more transparent, which is good sometimes. That one right there. This one here in the center, that's like a highlighter. and it's like really neon bright. It looks kind of cool. Then we have an eraser, and then the one at the end is kind of like rainbow type colors. Don't really use it, but so anyway, we'll pick a color, and if you go down to the bottom, you can scroll here through all the different colors. If you want more than that though, or if you want to kind of put in the specific colors for your brand, if you use certain colors that you associate with your business and things like that, you can bring up the color gradient. You just pick any of the colors at the bottom and hold it down, and it brings this up, and then you can kind of, you know, slide around and pick whatever color you want. So let's just do purple. So then if you want to make a solid purple background, hold it down, press and hold the screen. That's all you do. And then it will be solid. And then you can, you know, you can draw on it. That's a little highlighter one. You can, you know, you can put, I don't know where that is one. You can put stickers on it. What else? It's Wednesday. Yeah, so you can just play around with it. When you bring this up, this is like the main stickers. Looks like they just put some new back to school ones up, but keep scrolling, and it's all like the same emojis you'd find if you were just texting. Scroll to the left. These are going to be like all the recent ones that you've used on Instagram. Scroll to the right, and it's going to bring up like little hats and all that fun stuff. I haven't really played with those that much, but yeah. So now if we want to, I'll show you the kind of see-through background. All right, so go up to the pen, pick the second pen to the right, pick a color. I'll just do purple. I'll do a lighter color, yellow. And same thing, just put your finger on the screen and hold it, and then see how you can kind of see through that one. This one's kind of cool. Like if I had, I'll show you an example, but I do it a lot if I'm sharing PD and I'm taking a picture of the page, and then like the text I wanted to highlight or the text that I wanted to show, you can just erase. You can erase to show that, and it kind of, you know, it kind of separates it from being just a full page of text if the text were right in there where my mouth is. What else can we do on here? I don't know. I just like doodle a lot and just play. I don't know. It's whatever you want. What else can we do? Drawing. We do the filters, stickers. Let me think. I can show you how to pin a sticker. So let's do like, I'll just do a boomerang. I don't know. We're just playing here. So, all right. So there's that. So then we want to go up to the little guy at the top, the square smiley. Which one do I want to pin? Doesn't really matter, I guess. I'll just cake. Can't go wrong with cake. And then you just hold it where you want it. Actually, I don't know if you can do that. Yeah, there we go. And this little slider thing is going to be like, I haven't quite figured it out exactly, but it goes from the beginning to the end of the video. So I always just kind of leave it right there and then hit pin. And then it just stays there. So that's how you pin a sticker. Now I want to show you guys some of the examples here. We made a little folder. So these are some of the ones I've done recently. Here's like the transparent background I was telling you about, how you can erase it for the text you want to see. And then I posted that in my stories. Also, if you're posting a lot of text, I didn't do it on these two stories, but you can also put a little note in there saying hold screen to read it all or hold screen to read, because a lot of people don't know if you press and hold down on a story that it's going to pause it so they can actually read it or whatever. So you can do that too. Here's a Shakeology post I did one day. What else here? This is something I did for a sneak peek. So I started it out with this. Next slide was this. Next one was this. And then you can kind of see I did the little note there, hold screen to read, in case they couldn't read it fast enough. And then this is a cool little trick we talked about last night, about listing out the names and like how many spots you have left. It kind of gets people interested and be like, oh, if this person's doing it and this person's doing it, maybe I should check it out too. So that's always good. Let's see what else. I know someone asked about this last night, about how you'll be scrolling through stories sometimes, reading them, and it's like the little text box just keeps popping up. So I explained it last night, but I'll explain it now. So this is how you start it. You can have like whatever background you want, and you'll do your first text, okay? And then at the bottom left-hand corner, it's going to say save or add to story. You're going to want to hit save, then add to story. So you're going to add that to your story. Then your next one, you'll add, you'll open the same one you just saved back up, add the next line of text, hit save, add to story, open it back up again, add your next text, hit save, add to story. The same, oops, I saved that one twice. Then the same thing, add your next text, or hit save, add your next text, add to story. And then, so it's not all the same story, but it looks like it when people are reading it, because they'll just be clicking to the right, and it's just gonna, when they do it, it's just gonna add the text. It's not gonna scroll through like that. So hopefully that makes sense, and I can answer questions about it too. Another cool thing, because so many people are watching stories now versus actually scrolling through their feed and whatnot, sometimes they don't always see our recent posts, so you can highlight them, like this one here. I did a story about my recent one. Check my latest post and give it a like if you can relate. And this is basically just highlighting posts to let people know, you know, they could have missed something and they may want to check it out. Let's see. This is one of my Shakeology posts. So for this picture, you know, I took the picture of my Shakeology. I did the transparent, solid background over top of it, and then I used the eraser tool and just kind of erased and made a little design. There's the hash. You can use hashtags as well. This is one of the PD ones I did. I don't know, you just kind of have fun with it. Try to make your pictures, you know, bright, like we talked about last night. If you can take them in front of a window or outside, that's always beneficial. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, this is one another coach did, and I really liked. I just liked how she did it in her stories. It's Alexis Doss. She's a good person to follow if you want to get ideas for your stories. Obviously, don't copy her completely, because then it's not you, it's her. But she's very good at it, and she has some good ideas. So you can see she screenshotted her profile, she did the transparent background, and then she did the eraser over the picture she wanted to highlight, and then she followed up that story with this. So she just saved it and put it right over top of it. So kind of cool, super easy. So yeah, hopefully I covered everything we kind of talked about. Let's see. Let's get rid of that. Let's play. I'll show you. I don't think I did the text really. So, no, it's a boomerang. I forgot to change it. Hold on. All right. So go back up to the pen. Not to the pen, to the letters. Oh my gosh. Here we go. And so all the way over to the left, I didn't touch on this yet, and it's the same thing if you were using the pen or if you were actually typing. If you're using a pen, it's going to be a circle with 3 little dots in it. If you're using the text, it has the little A and the big A. If you click that and then you scroll here, it's going to make your text either really small or you can make it bigger. And it's the same thing with the pen as well. So you can just say, hi, I don't even know. Having a great day. Sure. You can click a color to change the text. You can, it's the same thing also with this. You can do the gradient if you want a specific color. The A all the way at the top, the capital A box, if you click that, you can make it a square box. If you click it again, it's also a square box, but it's transparent so you can see through it. And then you click it again, it just goes back to normal, so you can do that. You can also take your text and go to the marker here and see the 3 little dots at the bottom. That's how you can make your marker bigger or smaller. And if you want to highlight the text but you don't want it to be in a box, you can just play with it like this, just draw. And yeah, you can do that. We can play with a highlighter. Same thing with all of these. You can make the pen bigger or smaller. It's a crappy looking star. Yeah, so that's what you can do with the fonts. Is there anything else I want to show? I think I pretty much covered all of it. Also, with a lot of these stickers, just for the time one, for example, tap for more. It has like different layouts. So you do that. There's some other ones that do. Basically, I think a lot of them just like changes colors. If you want it to look more cohesive like that, you can change to white versus blue. You can even do that with the hashtag one. You can have it, you can have it just normal with the colors, or you can click it and make it see-through. So yeah, that's that. Stop sharing now. So yeah, I hope that helps. If you have any questions, if I forgot to cover something that I mentioned last night, just let me know and I can go over it. But yeah, I hope that helps, and I hope everybody has a great day. Bye.